This week we are drawing a peacock. We've already talked about the significance and importance of a peacock, but now we're getting ready to draw. Normally when we draw a picture of something in nature, we tend to have our paper in landscape style, but because peacocks have really big, colorful, detailed tails, this week we're going to do it portrait style. So go ahead and change your paper if you have not already done so. And we're going to start out with the body of our peacock. And we're going to do kind of a U shape, but we're going to make the ends closer to each other. Just like that. That's the body of our peacock. We're going to add the head and neck. So we're going to go up to the neck, and then we're going to draw the head of our peacock, just like that. It is a little bit tricky, but you can do it. So we have the body, neck, and head of our peacock. We are going to add the wings, the details around the face, and the feet. So for our wings, what we're going to do is just draw kind of like a C shape. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, but backwards. So a backwards C shape, just like that. So now our peacock has wings. They're hidden, they're by their side. Okay, we're going to add some feet. So we're going to do 2 lines down and then kind of a zigzag line. We're going to do the same thing over here so that our peacock has another foot because they have 2 feet. There we go. And we're going to add some details for our peacock's face. Okay, first thing we're going to do is kind of a curved line for his beak. He's a bird, so he has a beak. We're going to do another kind of sideways U. And then we're going to draw the eye. So peacocks usually have kind of this space is white around their eye. Okay, just like that. And then they usually have these little bitty feathers that stick up off the top of their head. They're kind of silly looking. So what we're going to do is draw 3 lines at the top of our peacock's head. And I'm going to draw a little circle on the end of each line, just like that. Okay, we are ready to start working on our peacock's tail feathers. We're going to draw 1 to the left, and we're going to draw 1 to the right. Last week we talked about symmetry, about things being the same on both sides. We're going to keep doing that this week because peacocks tend to have very symmetrical tails. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 1 line and we're going to make it into a U shape again. We're going to start here. We're going to go long, skinny U and come back into the body. We're going to do the same thing over here. Another long, skinny U. Come back into the body. So looking at mine, these are not perfect. They're not exactly the same, and that's okay. So don't get upset if yours don't look exactly the same. The next thing we're going to do is add the tall feather behind our peacock's head. It always goes up above their head. It's really, really tall. So we're going to start right here where the wings attach to the body, and we're going to go make another really big skinny U shape and come back down. Okay, now we're going to start filling in the feathers that go in these empty spaces. We're going to make them a little bit smaller each time. So what I'm going to do is start right here. I'm going to keep going with the U shape, and I'm going to go right back into the body, just like that. Start over here and do the same thing. Remember, we talked about symmetry. We want things to be the same on both sides. Up, down, back into the body. Good job. We're going to put 2 more feathers on each side. So the next one is, again, start right here. Skinny U shape, back in. I'm looking at where this is. I'm going to go across. That's where I'm going to start. Skinny U shape, back into the body. Now we've got space for 1 more on each side, and I'm going to start here, skinny U shape. And I'm actually going to stop right there. I'm not going to keep going to the body because we can't see that line behind this feather. Okay, same thing. I'm going to look where I was. Yep, there we go. Skinny U shape. Connect right there. Now we've finished drawing the feathers, but we need to decorate our feathers. Peacocks have special designs on the ends of their feathers, and they're called eyes. And you'll see what I mean here in a second. It's going to start out with kind of an oval shape, and then we're going to draw another smaller oval inside. There we go. You see how that kind of looks like an eyeball? We're going to keep doing that on all of the feathers, an oval and then a smaller oval inside each time. When we get ready to color these, I'm going to do this one last. When we get ready to color these, the eyes of peacock's tails are blue and purple. So this part will be blue and this middle part here will be purple. The actual feather is going to be green. They're these really pretty green colors. And the eyes, oops, I didn't put that one in the right place. It needed to be over here. That's okay. The eyes tend to have gold around the outside, so that makes it really special. I'm going to do the last eye, and again, I'm not coloring, I'm not drawing through something that's already there. Just going around it, just like that. Now, there's one more thing we need to add to our picture, because right now our peacock is floating, and peacocks don't float. They can fly, but most of the time they just walk around. We need to add our horizon line to show the ground and the sky. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my horizon line from the edge of the page. I'm going to stop, skip the leg, keep going, stop, skip the leg, all the way to the other side of the page. Now, when you get ready to start coloring, you can make this, the ground, you can make that just be grass. You could make it mud, you could make it concrete, whatever you want to do. The background is probably going to be sky, and there's not a whole lot of space in our picture to add a whole lot of details to the sky, so you might just want to color it blue. But you can decide if you want to add anything else to the ground, maybe some worms or some rocks. You could probably do some flowers if you wanted to. They'd have to be kind of little to fit in the space. But this is now ready for you to color. Peacock's body is usually a dark blue or a purple color. And the same thing for their wings. So if you do the body purple, you could do the wings blue. Remember, this part of your peacock's face, this part going around the eye, is white. And the beak is usually yellow or orange. Okay, the feathers are usually green. They could be light green, they could be medium green, they could be dark green. You could even do some of them different greens. That would be fine. And remember, the eye, the big oval, is usually blue, and the little oval inside is usually purple. But I'm going to let you color your peacock whatever color you want to color it. I want you to use your imagination and be inventive and make this your peacock, okay? I can't wait to see what you have when you're finished.